Hi there, this is Tammy. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. This is Woodland Stitching Studio, a channel primarily about cross stitch. I do some other things, but today I think it's only cross stitch. I have some other things that I'm working on, but I don't know that I'm going to show them until they're done. So thank you for watching. I hope that you like what you'll see and that you'll return. And if you're new, thank you for checking me out. And also, I hope you like what you'll see and you'll return. I forgot to move my lamp out of the way so you could see the kitties, but that's okay. Today I have some fully finished items to show you. One finish, some new starts, and some whips, and a little bit of haul, because I went to an event at Acorns and Threads, so I had to buy some things when I was there. Let's see. I'll start with my June statistics, and I'm filming on July 13th, and so I'm halfway into the month. I try to film the first Friday of the month, but that didn't work this month. Didn't work the second Friday either, so here I am. So these are the June stats. I had 3 new starts, 1 finish, and 3 fully finished items. I think you've already seen one of those fully finished items last month, because it was... maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, I have stuff to show you. I took a class at Acorns and Threads. It was called Ocean in View, and it was Heartstring Samplery and Lucy Beam. And it was a fun class, so I'll show you the stuff from that. I have my WIPGO projects. And I'm on another month where my monthly plans for my 3 big projects went out the window. Even in, this is July, I have not touched Lady of the Flag, and this is the month I really should have given her some good work, but I've been working on other things. So I will start with my fully finished items. The first one is Forest Home. This is by the Blue Flower. This was started at the Pacific Northwest Stitch Retreat in 2022. It's the first time I ever went, and I wanted to finish. I'm going to Pinwis again this year in September. And there's 3 designers because it's Acorns and Threads 30th anniversary year. And so I wanted to bring a finished project from each of the 3 designers. So I thought the Blue Flower, this was the perfect one to bring. And then Lindy Stitches and Plum Street Samplers will also be there. Lindy Stitches, I have not yet finished the project that she gave us that same year. But I do have, I've shown you before, this one right here. That's a Christmas piece that I did. So this is called Forest Home. And it's stitched with all the called for because I started it at the retreat and I never changed it. I don't have my card. I usually put a card on the back and I don't know where it is. I didn't look that up. This is it. I finished this myself. This frame is from Art to Frames. And I don't like borders. I had a different, I bought this frame. It's the second time I bought this exact same frame. The first time I measured once and ordered. You're supposed to measure twice, always. So I didn't have an equal border on all 3 sides. And when I went to try to frame it, I could not get the border straight. So I bought a newer, smaller frame. There is just a brown border that goes all the way around. 1 stitch, 1 cross stitch all the way around. So that you can't see that. But here is my Forest Home. I love this piece. I love this frame. It was fun to stitch. And I'm so glad that it's done. I have to figure out, I might need to rearrange my wall up here. This spot right here, I can't really put anything because when we play ball with our dog, that's the hallway. We throw the ball down the hallway. And sometimes his ball hits the wall right there. So I have to leave an empty spot just in case because I don't want anything to get destroyed. So that's why I have a bare spot there. So I'm going to have to rearrange my wall somehow. My next 2 fully finished items, the class I just mentioned at Acorns and Threads that was Lucy Beam and Heartstring Samplery. It was called Ocean in View. And this is I have stitched and fully finished all 3 pieces that we did there. This first one is a paper mache box. And Beth Twist had her daughter paint the lids for us. They were all painted already to match the fabric. And the fabric, we had our choice of whales or octopi. And I chose the whales. And Beth says she finishes, I think she called it fast and dirty. So we have raw edges, but this is put on this paper mache box with Mod Podge. And it was easy to do and a lot of fun. And then this is the piece. I absolutely love this piece. I stitched this in just a couple of days and then I fully finished it. It was so much fun to stitch. I started in the middle, started with the whale. And I just love it. So this one is Ocean in View. Then Lucy Beam, the first project she gave us to do was this fun strawberry. So we did these. This is, what is that called? Sari silk. That she had already made the bows for us. We did the strawberries. They are stuffed with walnut shells. It's really tight. And then we chose a button. I think that's the back. I think. Because we did this fun decorative stitching. There's mine. Of course, mine had to be purple, and then I always like teal with purple. And then her main project was this fun needle roll. And I've stitched it and fully finished it. Also, I don't know that I'm going to keep it as a needle roll. I mean, I'm not going to take it apart, but I might make it a wall hanging instead. So this is it. And it says, "The Great Pacific Ocean View, which we have been so long anxious to see." Clark. Both of these are Beth Twist, because she lives in the Pacific Northwest. She has researched Lewis and Clark. They actually ended up in Oregon City, which I have a project I'm going to show you that's that too. And so she researched this. The pattern has a cool little write-up about that when they thought they saw the ocean, that wasn't actually it. It was the mouth of the Columbia River, I guess. Anyway, so this, and if you've seen the movie Remarkably Bright Creatures, when we all saw this pattern, people kept saying Marcellus, because this is the kind of octopus that he was in that movie. I changed the color just of these two. They're called Blue Moon jellyfish, but this purple was in Beth's piece and not in Becky's piece, and I wanted to add it, so I changed these two. And then they both have Mount Hood in them. And then down here it says Oregon, USA. It's kind of hard to show because it's not flat, and I have a weird light right here. So these are from my Ocean in View class by Beth Twist of Heartstring Samplery and Becky Nolan of Lucy Beam. Becky's daughter, Megan, is Lap and Loops. She and her husband are Lap and Loops. They dye fabrics. And so I have some of that to show you too. There was a trunk show. Beth's husband has the boardroom and does amazing wood things, and he made us this needle minder. It's kind of hard to see because my light is being weird. I don't know if that made it better or worse. So this is from this box was made to hold those two pieces. So this is and I was so glad to be all the way done. It didn't add to my whip pile. It was all the way done. I forget what the fabric is, and I put this pattern away. It's Lap and Loops fabric. I cannot remember. If you want to know, you can ask me in the comments below, and I will find it, because the pattern, I don't remember where I put the pattern. It's put away. So those are my fully finished items, all of them. And then my finish, I'm pretty sure last month I showed you, this month there is Acorns and Threads hands-on design will be there for a class. And I think I showed you this, 30 acorns. There was pre-stitching for this class, and mine is all done. So here is the main piece. This is going to go inside the box. This is beanstalk, 16 count beanstalk from Fiber on a Whim. This is the fabric that came with it, and I don't like neutral fabric, so I didn't use it. And then there's this little stitch that's going to go inside somewhere. That's that one. Or if I need to down the, that might be better. Let's see. I have this light it's a desk light that I use for work, and it's a little bit better. The little squirrel is cute. And then but the rest of it is, we're doing a needle book, and this is perforated paper. So mine is all stitched. So that was my finish. I feel like I've had a fairly productive month. My WIPGO projects for June were Lear's Macaws and Acorns and Friends. And here is where I got on my Lear's Macaws. I'll show you the pattern. This is Lindy Stitches. It was her Endangered Species Club in 2024, I think. And she just now released this one. This is the last one. At the time, they were exclusive to the club. She's just now releasing this one. So these are the Lear's Macaws. And she puts fun stories on the... she explains why they're endangered and how many there are and stuff like that. And... so this is how far I got last month. And now it is called again for July. I'm going from the bottom up, so this is the bottom of one of the birds. And this fabric is Vintage Blue Whisper. It's my favorite light blue. I use it for my neutral. I like it for neutral. So that was for June, and now it's also for July. And the other one that was for June is Acorns and Friends. This was the Acorns and Threads does a, what do they call it? I'm having a brain block. Every January, they do a stitch day that it's always a mystery. You don't know who the designer will be. And this was 2025. What do they call it? They call it something specific. So this is Acorns and Friends by Lola Crow. And I love this. Absolutely love this. I started in the middle, and you've seen the raccoon, and now I'm working my way down. This fabric is, what does it say? It's 36 count seafoam linen by Weeks Dye Works. I do not like Weeks Dye Works linen at all to stitch on. And I got too far to restart this one, so here he is. I had only the whole raccoon done, and now I've been working on finishing this. If I go, well, there's a tree on both sides, but I've been trying to work more this way to this tree. I think he's adorable. All the animals in here are adorable. So, and I did more than my 3 days of stitching on this because I was really enjoying it. Hasn't actually been put away yet. And Lear's Macaws is also for July, so you can see where I'm starting. And the other one for July is my Africa Giraffe. And it also was April, and it got shorted. I only did 1 day. I stitched 3 days on each piece for WIPGO. And so this got shorted in April, so I need 5 days this time. So this is the full piece, which is hard to see the whole thing because it's tall and skinny. But they also broke it up, and I'm doing the giraffe by himself. This is really small. I'm doing just the giraffe. And then I plan to also do just the zebra. I kind of wish that I hadn't done it this way, because I also think this is a cool, I've seen this bird at the wildlife safari in Winston, Oregon. And I kind of wish I was doing the whole thing, but I don't have enough fabric. I didn't start it that way, so I can't finish it that way. But my two favorite pieces are the butterfly at the top and the giraffe. So we'll see. So maybe I could do the zebra and the little bird thing together. I don't know. So here's where I am. It's not a lot different than what you've seen before. I've been working a little bit on these borders, but then I went into the head and I started up there. I need to finish his face. I feel like I've stitched and stitched and stitched on this face, and I'm not getting anywhere because it's a lot of confetti. We'll see how far I get this month. It'd be nice if I could finish his face. Then I would move down and actually maybe get it done. We'll see. So that's all of my WIPGO. Those 3 projects were WIPGO for 2 months. I have 1 new start so far since my last video. I am in the Hands-On Design Ornament Club. And I have all the patterns. This is the first one that I've pulled out to stitch because of the way Kathy's going to finish them. I really want to do this. So she's doing them in series. The previous series ended. The new series is called the Quilted Gingers Collection. It's going to be 3, and they're house-shaped. And she's going to you can finish them like this as an ornament, but she's also going to give instructions to finish them as a triptych, which means you'll have all 3 together and they'll be attached like a little window screen. So this isn't great because it was a PDF and I printed it. It is meant to be stitched on Weeks Dye Works. What is the name of this fabric? Weeks Dye Works Mocha, which it's a perfect color. It's even more reddish than this for gingerbread. But as I mentioned, I don't like stitching on Weeks Dye Works. I did start it. I got a little start. I don't like stitching on it. I can't get my stitches even, and it's just not fun to stitch on. So I restarted it on this fabric. This is Lap and Loops. I bought this at the event. It's called Wolfman. This is 36 count, so mine is going to be smaller. But this is it. This is a very mottled fabric, but I really like the color. It's more reddish in real life too. That's better. It's more like that. So that's my start. I'm working on the door. This fabric is so pretty. So pretty. Hard to see because I have it all tied up, but so that is Single Family Sawtooth. I can't wait to see the other 2. The next thing I worked on this month, or since my last video, is Garden Bear by the Artsy Housewife. This is one that doesn't do it justice at all. But when I saw it, I think I saw it on the Lindy Stitches does fun videos before Market, and that was where I saw it. So I did a pre-order with Market, and I didn't get out any of my cards. What is the matter with me? I know that this is a 28 count. Might be linen. It's kind of hard to tell. Doesn't look, Lugana is heavier, so I'm thinking this must be linen. And it's a pretty blue color. Any of these, because I forgot to get out my cards, I apologize for that. If you want to know the fabric on any of these, you can ask down below, and I will look it up and let you know. So this is my Garden Bear. I started at the bottom. This is his mouth and nose right here. And I've been working up this way, and I think I just I think my thought next was to go over here and do the same thing I did on this side. So this is Garden Bear. This is a pretty blue fabric. Excuse me. I got a little weird catch in my throat thing. So that's Garden Bear by the Artsy Housewife. He needs to come out and get finished. He's a lot, her projects are very stitch heavy. So he's taking much longer than I expected because he's so dense in stitches. The other thing I've been working on a lot, I want to finish this one this month. I wanted to finish it last month, but I didn't make it because this is my third one for, where's the, there it is. Nope, that's not it. This is my words. I'm having trouble with words today. This is my Plum Street Sampler project that I want to have fully finished for Inwis. So this is called Stars. I have stripes, and then there's the ampersand. Stripes is by Shakespeare's Peddler. And this is what it's going to look like when it's done. Mine is on, again, Vintage Blue Whisper, but this time it's 40 count. I wanted this small, and even at that, the needle minder where you can see more of it. It's 6 by 6, or 5 and maybe 5.5 by 5.5. So last night I finished this band, and then I started again over here. I put in those windows and did that part. This house is like, no joke, stitching. Go, you stitch and stitch and stitch and stitch. I worked on the roof for several days, and then decided I wanted to get up to the chimney so I could get up to the top and work on these. So I still need to finish the roof. And I have an idea for a fun finish when I'm done. So I'm hoping to finish it in July. We'll see how that goes. That there. That there. Another one that I've worked on. This one was a new start last time. I like these bags for big projects. And I bought a set of 5, I think. Maybe. This, just one of all of them, the zipper doesn't work. And that's annoying. But this is another Artsy Housewife project. It is Dark Golden Delicious. I saw the model at Acorns and Threads and fell in love with it. It's not my normal kind of project, but I fell in love with it. And this is on a darker fabric. This is Nutmeg by Atomic Ranch. And let's see which way this goes. I think it goes this way. I might have shown you last time I had just a tiny little start. And this color is it's a dark brown, right? Dark brown. And then this dark green. These are the only two that may have a little trouble showing up. So when I chose where to start it in the fabric, there was this light spot in the middle, and that's where the tree will go. And once there's more there, you'll be able to see it better. But this fabric is beautiful. This is, what count is this? Is this 32? Might be 32. I don't remember. 32, 36. Anyway, I have this same fabric in 40 count, and it has almost no modeling. It's almost all this dark, dark brown. But this one had beautiful modeling in it. So that's Dark Golden Delicious by the Artsy Housewife. I'm in here. And my last one, my last whip. This is another heartstring samplery. And this is the Oregon Trail, or on the Oregon Trail. when I was at the event in January where I was sitting, I was looking at this one spot on the wall all day, and this was there, and it was there twice, and I'm like, why is it twice? And then I realized that it was flipped. The order was flipped on the second one. Someone had stitched it and flipped the order. So this is on the Oregon Trail, my heartstring samplery. The other person had just reversed the order of all these bands, and I liked it better that way. So that's what I'm doing. The top and the bottom, the quilt things at the top and the bottom are the same, so that made it easy. I started up here, but then now I'm stitching this part. I'm over here. This is, you don't see me stitch on neutral very often, but this is 40 count Mellow Stone by Atomic Ranch. And this is where I am. And it's just a really fun piece. I mean, it's not my colors. I live in Oregon. I've always been fascinated by the Oregon Trail stuff and the history of our state. So that's, had to start that as soon as I brought it home. And then, funny thing, I was looking for something a couple weeks ago, and I already had that pattern in my notebooks. So I have it twice. So I'll have to figure out what to do with the second one. The first time I bought it, I didn't start it right away. This time I took it home and I needed to start it, so that's what I did. So let's see, my plans. I've been working for a couple of months on reorganizing my floss, and I need to continue to work on that till I get done. I want to work on my WIPGO, and I want to finish stars. Finish and fully finish it. And those are all the plans that I have so far, although I've had startitis for a couple of months, and now I have way more whips than I should, but that doesn't seem to stop me. So I'll show you a few things that I purchased. One thing I should have shown with my Ornament Club is Kathy is working with Lindy Stitches, and you can buy the fabrics, you can buy cross-stitch fabric, you can get a floss pack, or you can get what's called Trims and Doodads pack. And this is a finishing pack for the series of 3. And so I got that. It's got, I'll take the piece of paper out so you can see. It's got pom-pom trim and ribbon and fabric and felt. All the stuff we need for finishing, for fully finishing. So that will be fun. As long as I don't misplace this before I get to the end. Because I did a few years ago, probably 3 years ago maybe, for Jingle Ball, I stitched one of the projects for a hands-on design class. And I stitched it, I was done 3 weeks before the class. When it came time for the class, I couldn't find it. And it has never appeared. I had bought finishing supplies for it, and I don't like to stitch things twice, so I haven't stitched it again. It was in a project bag put away. So the hands-on design class that I'm taking in person this month, when I put that away, I wrote a note in my planner on that day so that I know where it is, so I won't get ready to go to class and not be able to find it. A few other things that I've purchased, and this one there's not a picture of it all the way done. Maybe there is inside. Let me see. I think I saw this on Chantel's video, 141 Design Company. And no, there isn't a picture. Okay. There are these 3 patterns by Hands-On Design. They are Call Me Crafty, I Was Stitching, and By the Scissors. And it said, this first one says, you say I'm crafty like it's a bad thing. But it has bonus pattern inside it. But you have to get all 3 of these to get the full thing. I don't like red, so mine won't be stitched this way. This one says, I was stitching when stitching wasn't cool. And it's got part of the word stitch in it. And this one says, Life is Short by the Scissors. I think this one might be my favorite. It's got the end. So the word is stitch. And Chantel designed this stitched caddy for it. It's got spaces in the top for scissors. I think, I don't know if I can find that video. If I can find that video, I'll link it below where she showed this. And a space on each side for pencils or tools or whatever. And of course mine won't be red, it'll be probably purple. But this was one of my favorite pieces that Chantel has made so far. So I need to stitch that, but that's why I was saying maybe there may be more new starts in my immediate future. I need to finish things first. I really need to finish stars before I do anything else because I need it done this month. The other thing she showed was I've stitched several of the tiny towns by Heart and Hand, and Chantel was the first one to make a finishing piece for it, and I never really cared for it, but it was what was out there, and mine I've glued together several times. It keeps falling apart. She made a new finishing piece for it, and I really like this one. I only have this tiny little picture. She showed it in the same video, but this is what it looks like. I'm hoping that I won't have to take apart the ones that I've already done to make them fit. So we'll see how that goes. I haven't gotten that far yet. So that was my hands-on Chantel's 141 purchases. And then when I was at Acorns and Threads for the class that I told you about, Robin or Lisa, one of the two that I was sitting with, had gone and shopping and came back, and they had this Blue Flower Trunk Town Summer. This is a drum, and it is a small picture at the bottom. You can see better what all is on it. I love her animal stuff, and so I went to get that, and then I saw that they had spring also, so I had to do that. I had to buy this one. Robin, is it Robin? I think it might be Robin who suggested. Robin is the Generous Stitcher on YouTube. I think she said she has a piece, some kind of a round piece that she wants to attach these to and be able to take them off and rotate. And I think that's a really good idea. I don't really like finishing drums, and I like the idea of being able to store it flat but wrap it around something seasonal. So we'll see if I find something for that. And I think this might have been new. This is called Home Sweet Home by Hands On Design. I really like this. I like all three of these pieces. And this one's Hands On Design also. I thought I had this one and I couldn't find it. I'll probably find it now because I purchased it again. Thread, white and blue. This is a perforated paper needle book, and this is one of the little block parties. It's very cute. And then my last two things that I purchased were two more pieces of Lap and Loops fabrics. This one is 32 count linen, and it's called Wood Stove. And it just struck me. That's a pretty good rendition of it there. It's dark gray, black and gray. It's beautiful. I don't know what I'll put on it. It's a dark fabric. Stitching on dark fabrics is not really fun. And then this one, I'm sure you know that when the dyers dye fabrics, each count comes out a different color. This one's called Sunken Depths, and it's a beautiful blue. And the one I liked the best as far as the color was 20 count Ada. So that's what this is. And it is beautiful. I don't know what I'll put on this, but it is beautiful. It's very interesting to me to see the different, because the other one, what's it called? The Wolfman looked totally different in the different colors too. So I'm sure I don't need any more fabric, but when I find unique colors, that's when I buy them. I don't buy them just to buy them, although I do what I've done with those. don't think I've ever showed them. I am in the Live and Dye LA Fabric of the Month Club, and I am getting 20 count Ada from her. And she's given a couple really pretty colors, but I think they're all put away. Is that it? I think that's it. I am so excited for the hands-on design class. I have always wanted to take a class from her, an in-person class. I have done several online classes. Every time she does one at a Lindy Stitches event, I take it. So I'm very excited to finally get to take an online or in-person class with her. And I only have to wait, let's see. Today is Monday the 13th. So 19th. It's next week on the weekend. Friday and Saturday is what I've signed up for. So my next video, you'll see that finished too. So I think that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching and happy stitching. Bye for now.